What up, everybody? Randy Silver here, Warriors Digest. We have new Lauri Markkanen news. A new team has come in as a suitor, and a potential Warriors trade deal has been revealed. So we're going to give all that information out to you on this episode of Warriors Digest. I'm at my girlfriend's house now before the wedding. Thank you all for all the great comments about me recording in the airport. We do everything we can to give you Warriors news on a daily basis. If you're part of the 14% subscribe, it means so much. If you're not, you can see I'm dedicated to the craft, making sure we provide you everything you need to know. And right now, the biggest news is what's happening with Markkanen. I'm going to keep the update right now. NBA trade rumors. Markkanen is eyed by the Wolves, Kings, amid Warriors buzz. And we already know the Spurs are in that too. Per Yahoo Sports' Jake Fisher, interest from T-Wolves and the Kings. T-Wolves obviously just made the conference finals against Dallas. They lost. They got Ant Edwards, Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns. You put Markkanen with that four, I don't see how the team isn't in the finals next year. That would be deadly. For the Kings, Sabonis, Fox, and Markkanen, that's a big three. The question is, who do you have to give up, and what will Danny Ainge do to make that happen? And that is taking out the Warriors front, but the reason why you got to bring that up is because that's competing. We've been talking about that the Warriors have been serious, so have the Kings. Nothing's finalized. So when new suitors come in, that obviously potentially hinders your chance at getting a player in the trade. Fisher noted the Jazz are indeed welcoming calls for the 27-year-old, meaning he could be placed in trade at some point this offseason. There's nothing pressing the Jazz to make the trade the trade right now. They can start extending him in August, so they could trade him before. They could extend him and then if they're extending him but not trading him, they could wait till the mid-season mark if he hasn't been extended yet. So there's really no urgency. It's just about, can the Jazz get the player that they want? And again, we're going to show you a trade the Warriors potentially have offered. A new team as well, the Heat, have expressed interest in Markkanen per Zach Lowe. Another team, you put them with Jimmy Butler, who's going into the final year of his contract. You put them with Bam, and that's a big three going into this year. Jimmy, the reports earlier this offseason where he's not looking to extend a contract with the Heat. He's willing to play out his final year and then look at what he can get in the offseason next year. Maybe if they get Lauri, that makes the Heat be able to get Jimmy Butler back. He says, okay, you're building for the future now, let's get it. Or if they know Jimmy isn't going to come back, it's time for the breakup, they can use that money to extend Lauri to a massive contract in South Beach. History suggests Danny Ainge, Utah CEO, will move Markkanen once someone meets his price. That could be tomorrow or months from now if the Jazz raise Markkanen's salary and then sign him to a contract extension once they are allowed to do so in early August. So again, there's nothing here that suggests the Jazz are able to do anything. Want to do anything now, tomorrow, next week. So this is going to be a story here on Warriors Digest we're going to be following for not just days, not just weeks, it may be months. Yesterday, Buddy Hield has come over. Great. We got Milton. Great. We got Waters. Great. We got Anderson. Great. So we've done a nice job of getting some pieces around us. Obviously, we lost Clay, lost CP3. We've got some role players. We've gained some wing depth, wing size, wing shooting, some guard ability, some good defense ability at the guard, especially with Melton can play defense really well, but also Beekman, our undrafted rookie two-way player, play point guard for Virginia, two-time ACC Defensive Player of the Year at point guard. If he can develop in this system, he can be a threat like GP2. Obviously, Quinton Post was drafted, 7-footer, kind of like a Markkanen type, can shoot. So we've done a nice job getting some pieces around the Warriors. A lot of hate was going to Joe Lacob, but really Mike Dunleavy Jr. when the Clay situation was going down, CP3 was going down. A lot of people not happy with what was happening and what he was doing. He was drafted well, but we haven't got that big trade. We didn't get Paul George. We didn't get Zach LaVine, which I agree with. Paul George, I agree with. Too much money. But you can see what the Warriors are trying to build here, a guard-heavy team. The one thing we're still missing is that proper big man, a Jonas Valanciunas who went to the Wizards. I never brought him up. I thought he would have been a perfect stalwart in our defense. You got TJD. You got Looney. We could use a big man. Wiseman, again, is with the Pistons. He's gone. So who else is out there? Drummond is gone. I saw some names in the comments The question is, do the Warriors have the salary to make that happen? With Buddy Hield on the team, this is our projected salary, $177 million. We can't cross the $178 million with new salary. So right now, basically, we can't sign any more players. So you can see the first apron, 178, projected salary with Buddy Hield, 177. We were supposed to be at the second apron. We got tied there, but now that we've acquired new salaries, we've hit some other penalties due to the aprons of us being the luxury tax again and again. We cannot acquire new salary. So basically, we're gonna have to sign somebody at the veteran minimum, a second round pick, again, being able to sign Quinton Post. The only other things we can really do now are trades. Unless somebody's coming in for $1 million salary, we're pretty much stuck. Stuck's not the right word. This is going to be your team right here. GP2, Hield, Melton, Moody, Santos, Waters, Anderson, TJD, Looney, and Post. And then your starting five. I think you take out Wiggins. You put Kuminga at the forward. You put TJD at center and Draymond at forward. This is going to be your team right here unless a trade happens where Markkanen could be that guy. Maybe trading for another big man. There's been rumors about Brandon Ingram. Similar type of player, more of a guard forward wing than what Markkanen is, where he's more of a stretch four, plays wing. But Ingram, I just don't know if he'd be the right fit in this exact offense. Also, the Jazz are conducting their business with a 10% chance they're going to move him, per Jake Fisher as well. Jake Fisher doing a lot of reporting here. So again, Danny Ainge will make the trade if it makes sense for the Jazz. They have a bunch of draft picks from the Gobert trade, from the Mitchell trade, so they don't really need to do this. The reason why they would get him is they want to build for the future. If they trade him, it basically means we're full rebuild because it seems like they don't want a lot of stars from Markkanen. It's like, what can you give us in the future? I saw a lot of comments about why would you want him? He only played 55 games last season. I mean, yes, but he was hurt a little bit. He's averaged 50 to 60 games. So yes, he's not the most durable. He's not getting 70, 80. But also, the teams he's been on really haven't been good. So have they been pressing him to play the games where maybe he's got a nagging injury, or have they been sitting him out to let him heal? If you look here, he shot 48% from the field, 39% from three. He scored 23 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists a game at 7 foot. Any team will take that production. The Kings, again, trying to get him. They put in a big offer, did not go anywhere. The Spurs and the Hornets are going for Ingram. So again, if we don't get Markkanen, potentially that could be another pick for us to try to go get. Same type of player, but it's not there. And here's the proposed trade. Utah Jazz get Brandon Pajumski, GP2, Looney, 2025 first unprotected, Golden State 2028 first unprotected, plus swaps in 27 and 29. And we get Lauri Markkanen per Brett Siegel NBA. And the trade option maybe includes pods. I don't agree with this. I think that's way too much money. 1, you're not giving up Kuminga, which is great. 2, Wiggins is not in there, which means they really don't want his salary. They don't want him as a player. They want young players. GP2 is $9 million, 1 year left. Looney, $9 million, 1 year left, or $8 million. Pods, all first team NBA, grow $2, $3 million per year. 2 first round picks, plus we swap first round picks. So if we did worse than they did, then they could take our pick. So basically, that could be 4 first-round picks with 2 of them being swaps, 2 we're just straight giving them. I think that's too much money. I think it's too many players. I would love to keep pods and give up Wiggins instead if we can make that happen. GP2, again, if we go here, him and Melton very similar. If you give GP2, you think Beekman's going to be playing more with the starters or coming up to the Warriors team, not G League team because of that. Again, who else are they giving up? Looney. That means we're going to have to get in the backup center because we really don't have anything besides Jackson. And then first-round picks. So it's a lot to give up. I've seen some other people comment what they think they can do. So keep commenting. Let me know your thoughts on this. Again, we're going to keep you updated. Some of these updates are going to be small information. It may be major, but we're going to make sure that you Warriors fans are getting everything you need to know about the Warriors offseason. Randy Silver, out.